Hello everybody. Welcome on in. I'm Orion. We are back with some more Conquest Dark. Today we're gonna run the new mage character that I unlocked, and we have a couple choices between these different areas. We have Chasm of the Fallen Heroes, and then we have Scorching Wastelands. These are two of the areas I haven't done yet. We're gonna run Chasm of the Fallen Heroes though, because I think this one has maybe some slightly cooler unlocks I'm looking forward to do. So when we complete this, we'll get Shield of Vengeance, we'll get Fire Arrow Barrage. We'll get Solar Spear. We'll get some new armor set bonuses, some new power abilities, and then we'll get all these big things. I'm not sure exactly what these are going to do, but these are going to be like ritual extenders. This one's going to be adds additional selection slots for the specific type, and then we're going to get permanent rerolls. So these seem like they're going to be pretty helpful. We should get a lot of extra resources. We'll get some Frostmoon Pendant artifact. So let's run this, and we're gonna run the mage character again. The mage is gonna mainly be like a frost character, and it's a bummer that it's all solar damage because I think we want lunar damage. Let's do our rerolls here. Do I get like infinite rerolls here for this? It kind of seems like I do. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep re-rolling until we see. Well, for one, I have to see this character. Primal damage. No, see, like, I need... So do we just keep re-rolling here? One re-rolls, there we go. Lunar damage. Okay, so that's a good one to take. So we get Amelin. Okay, and then what do we want to do here for our bonuses? Medium armor, chance... We could do this one. We could do Treasure Hunter. We could re-roll that, too, if we wanted to, but we'll just stick with this for now. Okay, so we're going to get our one weapon here, Ice Shard. So we're gonna shoot ice shards with this one. Pretty simple. It's the only weapon we have available to us for this one. Let's see, chance to freeze and damage to frozen. That sounds pretty fitting. Yeah, we can do that one. And this character does get a shield. So we probably want to maybe build up the shield too. This is my first time playing as this character, really, so I don't know what to take here. We're definitely, I mean, we're gonna take Frostfall here because, again, I leveled up all the things that, like, I leveled up the weapon, I leveled up one of these power abilities, and then I leveled up the passive ability to level 5. So we should be relatively strong right from the get, but we have two options here. 5 icy projectiles fall from the sky, exploding and dealing damage, and then this one does icy spikes. So we'll stick with the Frostfall and see how this does. Okay, so it looks like we're shooting like ice arrows down, kind of. That could be good. I guess it depends if it actually hits enemies, though. It'll probably be better more late game once more enemies are actually on the screen. Okay, let's see. Critical hit damage, barrier amount. We can do barrier amount. Let's go with barrier mastery. Oh, and this is going to be, since this is kind of like a 3 skull run, this is a slightly longer run. This is 12 minutes, where the other ones I think were 10. Yeah, I'm fine with these abilities. And then we'll have our passive ability, which is like a vortex, which I think is going to be like the Paladin aura, it sounded like from what I read. It seems like it's just going to be an aura that we have once we get there. Okay, let's do the damage to frozen and chance to freeze. Oh, that's actually pretty nice. Freezing the enemies. They stay frozen for a long time, too. At least that elite seemed to be. Okay, so now we're going to get our vortex. A freezing vortex surrounds you, applying freeze inside of it. The amount of freeze applied scales with chance to freeze. Okay, so we have a pretty good chance to freeze, so... Or at least we're building that up. Okay, let's come get our rune and our new gear piece. All resistance, movement speed, critical hit damage, resistance, movement speed, resistance, piercing chance. Or resistance, I'm going to do the healing soul one. Okay, and then we have our first rune. Let's put that on ice shards. Let's go with sun. I can't remember quite. I want to get the extra projectiles. Okay, that was this one. Good. So I want to do projectile amount. So let's get this one. So now we can shoot more projectiles more often. I assume that works for this. Yeah, there we go. See, so I shot out 2 there. Yeah, okay, so now we're shooting out 2. The extra projectile amount is usually pretty good. Because I think it just means we build up our energy more, too. Okay, so here we go, too. We actually have a level up for this. Double shot chance projectile amount, and then... I still don't know what target amount does, though. That's kind of a new stat I really haven't seen in games. I don't know what target amount means. And hopefully nobody has arachnophobia. I usually do pretty good with spiders. The only spiders I don't like, the only spiders I'm legit scared of are like black widows, you know, because they're dangerous. Okay, let's go with ice shard. And then I'm gonna do the piercing one. And that was under sun again too, right? So let's do projectile pierce. All right, let's do... Let's see, barrier. Oh, that's a huge barrier amount. Let's do this one. And then let's do ability damage. But yeah, like really only like the dangerous spiders. If it's just like a regular spider, like even the jumping spiders, you know, I'm fine with. I don't really have a fear of spiders, but if I see like a black widow, yeah, I probably wouldn't really want to mess with that. That's not something. That's not something I'm gonna like just casually be like, oh, there's a black widow. I'm gonna go kill that with my shoe. Like, no, I'm gonna stand like 100 feet away from it and like spray it with raid and hope that it dies. And then if not, run away and scream. I also like I don't deal well with like wasp either. I don't know why. There's something about wasp that really get me. These spiders are dangerous, man. We got jumping spiders now. I want to make this. I wonder if we can make this passive ability bigger too. Let's see what like kind of runes we can get for this one. Put on this one. Because there's one where you can increase the like arc of it, the attack arc or something, and I think that works on these ones. At least it worked on like the paladin ability, their aura. I like this ice ability that we have though, because it does like kind of shoot all over the map. Okay, so now here's our... Oh, this is actually pretty good. So everybody kind of gets like one special movement ability, or you can just get a quick dash. This one seems pretty good though. Teleport and then regenerate 50% of your maximum barrier. So it's almost kind of like almost like a life regen, but for our shields. That's pretty good. And then there's the flat teleport too. I like that. This game's been like a really good surprise. I try not to like overhype games too much because I don't want to be that guy that hypes up every game. But you know, you got to kind of like the reality is you got to hype them up a little bit, even if it is overhyping them. Because if you're just like playing a game and you're just like, oh, this is mediocre, then you know no one cares. But I usually don't really play too many like mediocre games on here. Most of the games that I at least play multiple times I enjoy. Okay, let's go with... See, now, like, I wish we could go back here. You can't go back. If I go back, we lose, like, I think we lose this rune. Let's go with Primordial, and we'll do the crit chance. And then what are we going to level up here? Attack reach? Yeah, we could do attack reach. I like attack reach. But yeah, I try not to, overhype games too much. But this game, I think deserves, all whatever praise I give this game. I know some people have said like, oh, the gameplay looks slow and boring, but I don't think that's like an issue with this game. Like, I think this game is more about the RPG aspects of it, where you're like building up your stats and things like that, and like your gear. Like the gameplay's there, like, but you know, the gameplay is relatively basic, but I feel like this is all about the stats and unlocking things and grinding. Like, some games like that are just fine. So let's see, 50% of the damage you reflect is also dealt to enemies around the initial target. When do I reflect anything though? So that's loot acquired, huh? Okay, so now we have some blue gear here. Projectile amount, all damage. This one's really good. Critical hit damage, reduced bleed rate, damage taken during for life lost. That's not bad if we get hit. Damage to healthy, critical hit chance, resistance piercing chance. I kind of like this one. This one seems like a big damage dealer. All damage, power ability damage, and then projectile damage, or projectile amount. So that could get us maybe to like shooting 3 projectiles every once in a while. Or are we still at 2, but just 2 more often? Alright, let's go with... We'll do the chance damage to frozen and chance to freeze again. It's going to be very, very hard to beat the Paladin in this game, though. That hammered in build we did was... That was, like, super good. That was, like, a super good build. It looks like the extra... I can't tell if the extra projectile amounts are working on my, my power ability, too. I think they are. Like, all the level ups that I get where they increase the projectile ability, I think it's working for that. It does seem like it does shoot more than 5 now. But then it's hard to tell what's just like a double cast or something. This character is probably less about doing like huge damage though, and more maybe about like the CC kind of stuff. We'll do the damage to frozen and chance to freeze again. Okay, that's a big power ability damage. Ooh, or like some these are good. I might like this one though. Attack speed, critical hit damage, and then all damage. I think we'll go with this one. Because I like that attack speed bonus. Because I think that's the best way to like increase your energy. Okay, let's do Vortex. Then we only have one option, Sun. Instant, okay, yeah, so this one has the attack reach. So I wonder why this one we can only do Sun. Because I know we still had the other one, but this is fine, because the attack reach is the one I wanted to increase its radius. So now I wonder what's considered frozen. Do they have to be straight up frozen, like this guy down here? Like, see this guy like right here, the guy I'm killing right down there. Was he frozen even though he was moving? Like, do these guys who have like the chill effect on them, are they considered frozen? Or I wonder if they have to be like frozen. Like, cause look at this guy. This guy is probably frozen, but he's still moving. But he just moves very slowly. Oh man, so if I do that dash, it doesn't pick that up. Okay. See, so like when I pick up this one and it picks up extra projectile amount, I assume that works. Like, I wish it did that thing where it would like highlight what we're doing. You know, if you pick this, like it'll affect this, this, and this. But I imagine, like, because this has 5 icy projectiles, so I assume when we pick this, it counts towards that. And I think at this point we've unlocked all the classes too. There's 5 classes. There was the barbarian, the mage, the thief, the paladin, and then the huntress. So I think those were all the classes, and I think we unlocked them all. So now we're just working on unlocking the abilities and gear and whatever other bonuses the game wants to give us. So this is Zordolf the Unlucky. Wonder what makes them unlucky. They're fighting me, that's what makes them unlucky. See, I like that. The dashing and regenerating my shield is super good. That feels like a really strong, like, movement ability, especially because it just says 50% too. So the more I build up my shield, the more shield it'll regenerate. Let's do the chance to do the healing orb. Okay, so let's do this one, and then I'll put the critical damage on that. And then blue gear, huh? Okay, so resistances, attack reach, primary attack ability damage, movement speed per life lost, resistance, critical hit chance, power ability, so that one's pretty good. Or extra pierce, that one's pretty good too, and power. These are both pretty good. I think we'll go with this one though. Critical hit chance, instant attack chance, and then power ability. That one, I like that one. Okay, so this is a new unlock. Energy cost reduction. Alright, well, we'll pick that up. I wonder if there's, like, a limited amount of upgrades you can do for these, runes. Because every time we get, like, a rune option, we can either... Sometimes we can select new ones, or we can level up other ones. So I wonder if there's kind of an unlimited amount to that, like, as long as you keep playing, or if I'm earning specific like resources when I play that you can't keep getting over and over. All right, let's go with that barrier amount and recharge rate. This freeze is pretty good. Again, like, this character's not doing a ton of damage, but look how much I'm freezing here. This is pretty useful. These spiders have such slow reaction times too. I mean, I guess it doesn't help that I'm freezing them too, and they just they just can't like keep up. I could maybe put like more damage into my main weapon though. You know, I did see that power ability there, the weapon ability upgrade. I don't think it would hurt to get something like that here. Because while our survivability seems to be off the charts, our damage isn't like crazy insane. I hope that we can get some other abilities that aren't ice too. I would like to see the mage get some other things like fire. Okay, so we'll do the damage to frozen again. Okay, so this is our only option. And then what do we have here? Instant attack chance? I don't know what that's gonna do with this. Says it works, so... So you get hit a couple times and then you just dash away and regenerate almost all your shield. So I don't even think they've touched my life yet this run. I know they've gotten to my shield a little bit, but they can't really do much else. Okay, so this is gonna be the last boss. Just a giant ass spider. Jeez. I think this is gonna take a while. Alright, let's go with... Let's re-roll this. We'll do the double shot projectile mount. This looks like it. This looks like this might be a long fight. Maybe. I'm just gonna circle around and keep focusing on the spider. Like, these jumping enemies are actually making it easy because they kind of just keep jumping over me. Like, they don't chase me. They just keep jumping to where they think I'm gonna be, but then I'm never there. And then I can just kind of keep circling around and killing the boss. And then we freeze them. So for this one, I turned off the auto aim and I'm just focusing on the boss the whole time. Which I like. I like that games allow you to do that. Every game needs to do that. Just let me turn off the auto aim and let me take control 100%. And then when I let go, you know, it goes back to auto aim. All right. Chance to freeze with Luna. Oh, that's a good one. Damage. Okay. So these are both good ones. Let's do the chance. No, let's go with the damage to frozen. I feel like I would rather have the damage. Let's go with critical hit chance, so we'll upgrade that. Like, because you see how we're upgrading these? I'm just curious how that's going to work. Let's re-roll this. Let's go with power ability damage. There's 2 of them. Alright, well now we just need to survive the final, like, 2 minutes. Oh, no, the caravan. I have a feeling we're not going to do this very well. Because, again, I think we lack damage. Unless we can freeze them. Oh, man. It's so good. I'm so glad I built, like, really high into that freeze chance, too. Oh, man, we're going to get all this loot, then. Okay, let's re-roll this. Let's do re-roll again. I want to get, like, more damage stuff. Okay, we could do, like, critical hit chance. Yeah, where are you gonna go when I freeze you? Doesn't matter how much damage I do. You stay there forever. Oh my goodness. Yes, look at all this loot. Okay, let's do... chance to spawn a healing. Let's upgrade. See, like, maybe it's not. Maybe you can keep doing this as much as you want. Okay, let's do the attack reach. Because I've been finding really good use for that. Okay, let's go with ability damage. It seems like they maybe just drop from, like, elite level enemies and stuff. So I think you'll be able to keep leveling those up. Okay, let's do critical hit damage and damage to injured. Oh, they're starting to get through now. Did I get my shield back up? This one I wouldn't mind getting an extra dash with. I didn't get an extra dash with this character at all, which I probably should. But not really need it for this run, I guess, because there's only 15 seconds left and I have every single life still. I like this. This is good though. This is a different strategy here. We're not doing tons of damage, but we're freezing them. We have our barriers, and then they can kind of barely even get to me. And then ritual complete. All right, let's see. What do we get here? We get corrupted souls, soul coins. So we get our shield of vengeance. So a shield that bounces between enemies. We get a fire arrow barrage. So I think these are going to be like, so magic weapon and solar spells, shields and divine devotion. So these seem like more like they're catered. This one I guess could be anything. This one's definitely geared towards the paladin though, because I don't even know who else gets like shield and divine devotion outside of the paladin, at least as their proficiencies. This one could be a lot of different characters though. Melee or magic weapons, at least maybe mage and paladin. And then we get normal fully completed rituals now last until tier 5 and feature additional bosses from other rituals. We get additional selection slot for specific type, and then we get extra rerolls. Cool. So let's return to world map. Okay, so what did we unlock here? Oh, we have a new altar up here. Reduced bleed rate. Let's come. Oh, can I not level this up anymore? Is this? Oh, that cost. Dang, that cost 16. Okay, let's come over and do crit hit chance, and then we'll come over and we'll do chance for rare items. We'll level those up. We leveled this up quite a bit, so now we have 10% lunar damage. Let's see. We can do 1 here because that only costs 1, so let's do the free one there. Okay, what is this going to offer us? A new weapon, a new passive ability, sun-touched rituals, normal, fully completed rituals. Normal, fully completed, and shattered dark rituals can now become sun-touched, granting additional... Man, I'm like, there's so much. Like, I don't even know what this means. Ritual length extended. Okay, so this is extended 5 tiers, but you don't get, like, extra... It says you get extra rewards, but... Well, all of these are going to be extended to tier 5. At least the ones we completed, like only the ones we completed. Okay, so what do we want to do here? Enhanced armor. After acquiring an armor piece for each slot, you can now enhance the stats of individual armors with additional armor drops. And then what is this one going to kind of give us? Ancient rarity. Sun-touched rituals. Spectral steed. Oh, that seems kind of cool. Dance of daggers. Man, I don't know which one to like go for. Let's go with this one because I think this one's a little further down the map. This one might be maybe easier. Okay, let's begin ritual. Actually, sorry. Let's I'm gonna back out of this real quick. Let's go back to this menu. And let's see what we can upgrade here. So this is one-handed spell, Conjured Blade. So let's actually, I wonder if, let's level this one up. Offhand, Book of Con. So this gives me extra, yeah, this seems cool. Let's do this. Let's see if we can get enough. Yeah, we will. That's gonna get enough to get that one. So let's try this one for our next one. This is a magic weapon, so I believe this guy's gonna have access to magic weapons. Yeah, see their proficiencies, so magic weapons. I think this guy has magic weapons too. Does anybody else? Okay, so only these two have access to magic weapons for now. So let's level that up, and then let's do icy spikes this time. I don't think we'll have enough to get this. Oh, we do. Okay. Cool. So we'll do this one too. We'll do the icy spikes. So we'll run something slightly different here. And then let's do this. So let's do another mage run, but we'll do the different spells. Attack, speed, resistance. Let's reroll. Reroll. Okay, resistance, piercing, critical hit damage, reroll. Critical hit damage, movement speed. Okay, that's good enough. Okay, then we get like our proficiencies here. So shield, savage tactics. Reroll that. Daggers, shadow arts, dodge charges. Like it's still kind of tempting to take because I already get cosmic studies and lunar spells. Let's do this one. I don't think we'll take any of those, but so like now that we have the proficiency in daggers, I think like maybe a dagger will show up here. No. All right. Well, either way, let's do the conjured blade. That's the one we're gonna run with. So I wonder what this is gonna do. So this is just gonna be a melee weapon. I was kind of hoping it would be like a summon type of weapon, because we did get the book that we have. The offhand book is giving me extra projectile amounts, so I wasn't sure how that was gonna work. Let's do attack reach and then movement charge rate. So let's kind of build that up for our melee weapon here now. Okay, so now we get access to shadow strikes too. But we're gonna do ice spikes. So conjure a row of 3 icy spikes that deal damage. We did frostfall last time. Let's try ice spikes. That's the bummer. That's not what I was hoping it would be. Some of the effects on these spells could use a little work, and this one is definitely one of them. I was hoping we were going to shoot like ice spikes on the ground, you know? Ooh, is that a purple? What is this? Oh, the artifacts. When an enemy afflicted with freeze dies, it shatters. Yeah, okay. Well, we're taking that one. I wonder if those are random drops, like the artifacts. Okay, well now we want to... I really want to get the free stuff. Okay, I guess we'll do... Well, let's do critical hit damage. We'll go a little bit... Well, I guess I still kind of need projectile a little bit. Okay, so now we have set pieces here. Movement charges, increased proc chance, barrier amount, critical hit damage. This one's not bad. Movement speed, resistances. Okay, we can take that one. Okay, then let's go with our conjured blade. And I'm gonna do the critical chance and damage. Here, let's actually, I'm gonna turn the damage numbers back on, because I turned that off the last time. We'll turn it back on for this. Okay, then freezing vortex, so we don't get any other options there apparently. That shatter is really good. Yeah, that shatter is incredible. So Frozen definitely considers them as long as they have like that chill effect on them. I don't think they need to be straight up frozen. That's not what it looks like, because they're shattering right now, you know? Okay, let's do... Where's my, like... Yeah, here we go. I want chance to freeze now. Chance to freeze and damage to frozen. Alright, let's go with the vortex. We'll go with the sun, and then we'll do the reach attack again. Then for this one, what do we want to do here? Resistances, barrier amount, all damage. Chance for rare items, all damage. Chance for rare damage, barrier. Let's do this one. that Shatter's so good. It's almost like it's chaining too. Like it's like shatter, that like the shatter's applying the frost on other people and then it's shattering them. Is it like doing that at the same time? Because look how like all that chains. Like the shatter puts it on someone else and then it shatters again and then it shatters them. Right? We're just shatter. Okay, let's do that again. Man, okay. Shatter really jumps this character up a lot. Okay, so what are our choices here? Critical hit chance. So this is going to give us more proc chance. Big all damage, which I think I will take that. Critical hit chance, all damage. Let's go with that one. Yeah, that Shatter really turns this class around into a much better damage dealer. Okay, so, so we get a different one here too. Dash through enemy units, dealing primal damage to them, gaining up to 2 dodge charges and generating 5 energy. Oh, that's interesting. We're gonna stick with the shield though. You know, I thought the mage was cool at first, but now I think the mage is like super cool. Like the amount of damage we were doing was a little lackluster, but I appreciated that we were like freezing everything and, you know, like I got the idea of what we were trying to do, but now that we have Shatter, that feels like a little bit of a game changer. That's really changing my perspective on what this character can do. Okay, so resistance piercing chance and then projectile, like I don't think we need, well, I guess the projectile pierce would work for my my spell down here, the ice spikes, I assume. Resistance, critical hit chance, we'll just take, I think I'm gonna take this one though. All damage to, oh, that one's pretty good though too. Yeah, let's do that one. Okay, chance to burn with solar damage. Yeah, we could take the new one. All right, let's do reroll. Let's do power ability damage. All right, let's do ice spikes. Sun. I'm gonna do the projectile, or should I do pierce? Yeah, let's do the pierce. Okay, and then 50% of the damage you reflect is also dealt to enemies. Okay, so let's go with damage to frozen. Let's do damage to frozen again. So our chance to freeze and damage to frozen is just getting even better, and that's gonna just make shatter even better. Okay, let's do, we can like skip things too, huh? So if I re-roll these though, I think it's always gonna be like, I don't think we can get a higher rarity because it dropped as like a common item. So I don't think a reroll would make it a higher one. Let's do critical hit damage and all damage. Okay, let's do ice spikes and then we'll do the projectile amount again. So projectile, or not again, but now we'll have piercing and extra projectiles. Okay, we can do... Now, like, these ones too, like the double shot chance, like, I'm just going to assume that that applies to everything, right? Like the projectile amount, the double shot chance. So like I have a chance to double shot these. That's just kind of how I interpret it, because it's a class mastery. It's not tied to any one thing. So I would imagine anything can get like a double shot chance. Okay, this character has jumped up my list big time after getting Shatter. It's so satisfying. And that's part of what this game does well too. Again, we talked about like the gameplay, how like the gameplay, like it's slower, like it feels slower. You know, like the enemies aren't like running at you. You're not really running that fast. You're not like necessarily like weaving in and out of enemies, but there's still like, this game still has like very satisfying combat, especially when you're killing everybody and you're shattering all these enemies. And then when we did our barbarian build, there was, you could do like that leap attack where you're just like jumping on enemies and smashing them. Like that's satisfying to do. You know, like that feels good. It feels good when I'm like getting off a chain shatter attack here. Why, it feels good leaping into enemies and just like smashing all of them. Like this game just, the game does that part of it like really well. And then obviously the dopamine of unlocking all these different things, like just unlocking a bunch of different spells, weapons, like whatever. new modifiers for the game. Like that's a lot of content. There's a lot of depth here for this game that's missing in a lot of these other games. Like a lot of people complain that like all these games are super similar, and then you get one that's like different, and then, you know, sometimes people will still find a reason to complain. It's like this game is similar to a lot of the ones we play, but then I feel like this game does do a lot different. Like this game has a lot of different build variety here and different level ups and ways to unlock things. Like this game's cool. Chained targets. See, now I don't know what this means though. What does that mean? 50% chain targets? Oh man, I wish it like explained this stuff a little better though. I mean, it might be like in the compendium somewhere, but all right, let's just do all damage. Okay, we'll do all damage again. Okay, we'll do this one, and then I think I'm gonna try to do the arc. What's that one under? Sun? Attack arc. So I mean, I assume that gives me like a bigger attack range. I don't know, I'm just kind of trying something different. Like every time I play one of these games, one of the like the most popular type of comment you'll see is, oh look, another like Vampire Survivors clone. It's like, no, like it's a genre. They're all gonna be like, a lot of these games are gonna have a ton of similarities, but this game is like nothing like Vampire Survivors. Like, I would consider it the same genre, like the whole bullet hell horde survival roguelike kind of thing. You know, they all kind of like fit into this big like bunch of different subcategories. But no, this isn't just another Vampire Survivor. Like, look at the game, look at what it's offering. Like, it plays different, it looks different, the upgrades are different. Like, they're different, and that's every time though. Every single time you play like a new one of these types of games, oh, it's Vampire Survivors number 10,000. I'm getting tired of these games. It's like, well, part of it is like, this isn't a knock on the genre, but I would imagine these games are much easier to make. You know, these games are much easier to make, and they're also much more popular than like some other types of games. Like, especially when you're talking like an indie fan base. Like, if you're an indie dev making indie games, these types of games are what are really popular right now, and they are like easy to make. Like, easier. Let me change that to easier, not easy, but easier. So it really depends, like, because a lot of these, you know, you just design a few enemies, you make a fun repetitive loop, you put some meta progression into the game, and then you try to, like, what they try to do is you try to add like a unique twist to it. Like, what's going to make your game stand out a little bit different than these other ones, versus just making a Vampire Survivor clone. Because there are some, like, trust me, there are some Vampire Survivor clones out there that are just really just trying to copy that. But like, it's a genre now, so you're just gonna have to get used to seeing these types of games. It's like really, like, what's the difference between, like, if you want to do that, you can do that with every game. Like, every JRPG out there, like, there's a reason that they kind of do the same formula, you know, like with the turn-based combat, the character where you're like just some nobody kid in a town and now all of a sudden you have to go save the world. Like, those are popular story formats, but you can like knock that down to anything, like even first person shooters, like like every game, like every FPS, oh, it's just another Call of Duty Halo clone, you know, like you can use that argument for every type of game ever made. But it's just, what are they gonna do? What are you gonna do to make your game stand out and make it like a little bit more original than the next one? Because that's how it works. That's how everything in like the history of the world has worked. Everybody builds, like, someone creates an idea and then everybody builds upon it to add either something new, or they try to add like a different unique twist to it, or they just do what that other person did, but they do it better. You know, like, that's like, that's video games, that's movies, that's pretty much everything again in like the history of the world. Like, so just hearing all the comments about like, oh, like another clone, oh, this guy's, ooh boy, this guy, she's like stun locking me. Okay, this character's, ooh, this boss is different. This one might be hard with a melee character. Cause it looked like she was like grabbing me and I couldn't get out of her grip. Like right there when she does that, like I can't move. I think I can dash out of it, but I can't move. Yeah, see? She does that, she like grabs you a little bit. Ooh, she is tough. Now I regret not having like that bleed stuff. And I'm not building up energy because I'm not able to like attack a lot of enemies. This one's tough with a melee character. If we lose this, I'm gonna have to revisit this one with a ranged character. Or just get like a little bit better at like dashing out of when she gets me like in her attack. guess like a little bit of movement speed too would have been helpful. Yeah, because if she hits you with like that first attack, it's like you're locked in. I probably should just keep dashing anyway, so I make sure that I build up my shield. I wonder how bleed works with my shield. Oh my gosh, I bet bleed doesn't affect me at all. I bet bleed doesn't affect me at all if I have a shield up. Oh no. Look, like she took a whole life there by because she caught me and I didn't dash out of it in time. Yeah, I bet bleed doesn't affect me. That's awesome. That's gonna make the mage really good too. Like, it's gonna make it so you need less bleed resistance for this character. So what the bleed is in this game is if like you have 10 lives, right? So I have 10 lives. Every time you lose a life, you gain like a stack of bleed. Let's do the barrier amount. And then the more you die, the more you start bleeding. So you need to get bleed resistance, life regen. You need to get things like that. But I don't. Oh, okay. No, it does affect me. But it affects my shield. So like you see how my shield is slowly going down? Let's do crit hit chance again. Okay, let's upgrade energy cost reduction. Let's upgrade projectile pierce. So yeah, it does look like my shield is... Oh no, it is deducting my health still. Dang. Is it? I can't tell. It looked like it was deducting my health. Now it's hard to tell because I'm still at 4 life. Yeah, look at this. We're just gonna massacre this whole thing. Okay, let's go with primary attack damage. Okay, let's upgrade. See, I'm not going to upgrade chain targets until I know what that does. Okay, let's do... Oh, dang it. I should have did that damage per life lost. That was a missed opportunity. Yeah, because see, something's dwindling, and it's not my shield, it's my life. I don't know what that is, though. Because then it doesn't drop my life down to 3. So it's almost like it doesn't... Like, can it not kill me if I have my shield? So it could be dwindling my life, but if I have a shield, it doesn't finish me off. I'm not exactly sure how that's working with the shield and bleed. Okay, let's go pack. No, let's go crit damage. Okay, I'm gonna turn off the damage numbers here again real quick. See if we can get like a nice like shatter screenshot for the last little bit of this game. You know, for the thumbnail. We'll get something in here that looks cool. I'm also curious too, like if you can ever survive that a little bit longer. Okay, so what do we get in here? We get our corrupted, our coins, another shard for the Black Planet thing, XP. So then we get a cultist set armor. We get fire traps. We get sigil of flames, which is a new passive ability. Your primary attacks have a 50% chance to unleash 2 streams of fire. That's cool. New altar, obelisk, spike balls. Spin 2 spike balls around yourself. That's cool too. Cosmic ray. So this is a new one-handed spell. Enhance armor. After acquiring an armor piece for each slot, you can now enhance the stats of individual armor pieces with additional armor drops. So it seems like we need to get full armor in order to do that. Did I even get full armor in this build? It looks like I did. Feet, head. No, we didn't. Oh yeah, we did. So yeah, so it seems like that now you can upgrade individual stats. I think that's maybe what that means. Extra rerolls and then some new locations and then our upgrades to those. Okay. So that's going to be it, but let's see what the new areas are going to offer here. So this is going to give us a new movement ability, holy bolts that explode upon impact. A new origin. So that's going to give that divine devotion and aura. Let's see. Collapsing star, a new power ability. Conjure a collapsing star that travels forward, growing and pulling enemies inside of it. Sweet. A new armor set. A new artifact. Some armor, upgrade armor rarity. Some extra artifact selection, and then that's it. That's gonna be the only new. Oh, we get a new thing up here too. Critical hit damage. Okay. I'll think about where I want to spend all this stuff in a little bit, but there we go. That's gonna be it. Yeah, the mage. The mage is awesome. I was a little iffy about it before because we were just kind of slowing things, but now that we got Shatter, that's the game changer for that class. That's incredibly good. I love it. I love this game. I'm I am in love with this game. I want to just keep playing it nonstop, but unfortunately we got to call it here. And as we move on too, we'll be able to sort of upgrade some of these other things like obelisk to maybe get like more rewards and things like that. But let's kind of progress through like these missions and stuff first. All right. Okay. So there we go. That's it, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed these videos, please like, subscribe, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.